I just can't get over the Obamacare part with this new gun legislation that he is proposing. And he's not even proposing. He's just going to put it in through executive order. Remove unnecessary legal barriers preventing states from reporting relevant information to the background check system. Although states generally report criminal history information, many continue to report little information about individuals who are prohibited by federal law from possessing or receiving a gun for specific mental health reasons. Some state officials raise concerns about whether such reporting would be precluded by the privacy rule, 1996, the HIPAA. Today, the Department of Health and Human Services issued a final rule expressly permitting certain HIPAA-covered entities to provide to the federal government limited demographic and other necessary information about these individuals.
Isn't that special?
So he just said, Health and Human Services, you don't worry about HIPAA on this. And they wrote up deals that, no, when it comes to guns, we need to know if there's anybody in the house who is seeing a psychiatrist for depression, anything that would cause suicide. You notice his language all of a sudden is including suicides? Why? He's never talked about suicides before. And by the way, are we going to get rid of all ropes, all chairs, all buildings, all bridges? I mean,
Glenn, don't be ridiculous. We're talking about evil guns.
Yeah, I know. So once again, he's talking about suicide. Why is he talking about suicides? Right there. He's talking about suicides because they're opening up HIPAA the doctors have to report if anybody is seeking mental health for depression or anything else. So the government will now know everything. And your son or daughter, how many of us have had our children see a psychiatrist or something for depression or for, ADD or whatever? Now the government will know that. So now what happens? I remember having this conversation during the argument on Obamacare. So now what happens? Now if you are a gun owner and you know that the government is going to find out that your son or daughter or you or your wife they're going in for medication for depression or whatever, and you know that once that's reported, the government will come in and take your guns, how many people are going to say, no, let's not go to a doctor. Let's not go to a doctor right now. Let's make sure this is really that we can't handle this ourselves. You're going to see depression, suicide, and everything else. How many of our soldiers, just to get their insurance signed off and said, yeah, I've got PTSD. Remember that? Remember the calls that we got that said that they were being forced to sign those things? And I said, don't sign them because the government is going to use it to take away your guns. There it is. There it is. It's crazy.
It's a crazy conspiracy theory, at least until it's fully enacted later this year. But I mean, until then, it's a crazy conspiracy.
It's crazy.
On behalf of my people, it opens up the black market for some psychiatric drugs big time.
Yeah. Jeffy can profit off of this.
It does. Think of the things now that this is going to create black markets for.
Yeah.
Black market doctors. Doctors that will just, this will become back alley medicine for people with depression. People with kids who are having problems. They will look for doctors who will not report anything. This is nuts. Absolutely nuts.